Good day to you all. This is C.S. Srinivas Rao, Associate Professor, SVKP and Dr. K.S. Raju, Arts and Science College, Pengonda. Today, we will discuss about virtual memory. Virtual memory is a technique. It allows the execution of a process even the logical address space is greater than the available physical memory. So the virtual memory is just simply a technique. It allows a process size is equivalent to the auxiliary memory size. The benefits of the virtual memory is only part of the program needs to be in memory for execution. Just you can load only part of the program. And the second benefit is logical address space is greater than the physical address space. Third benefit is it allows the address space to be shared by several processes. Fourth one is it allows for more efficient process creation. Virtual memory that is larger than the physical memory. This is the virtual memory. The memory map table from logical to the physical memory. This is the virtual memory or the logical memory. Actually, this is the physical memory. It consider if you use the virtual memory technique, the size of this physical memory is equivalent to the size of the auxiliary memory. It assumes like the size of physical memory is equivalent to the auxiliary memory. That is called the virtual memory that is larger than the physical memory. This is the physical memory means the main memory. This is the auxiliary memory, secondary storage. Next topic is demand paging. Demand paging is the application of virtual memory. This is the one application of virtual memory. It is the combination of paging and swapping. Just paging and swapping combination. The criteria of this scheme is a page is not loaded into the main memory from secondary memory until it is needed. So whenever you need, then only it can load from the secondary storage device to the primary, that is the main memory. So it brings a page into memory only when it is needed. For that, it less I/O needed, less memory needed, faster response, and more users can use. This is the benefits again of the demand paging. Transfer of a paged memory to continuous disk space. This is the main memory or physical memory. Program A, it has the 4 frames. Program B, it has 3 frames. Swap out the program A. So the 4 frames are moved from physical memory to the secondary storage device in continuous blocks. 4, 5, 6, 7 blocks. 4 frames are stored in 4, 5, 6, 7 continuous blocks. You swap in means at 17, 18, 19, these 3 continuous location blocks are swapped into the main memory. This is called transfer of a paged memory to continuous disk space. Invalid and valid. So invalid and valid, generally this is used for the security. If the V bit means valid, I bit means invalid. V means the particular page is in physical memory. I means the page is not available in physical memory. You should bring that particular page from secondary memory to the primary memory. V means it is already in physical memory. I means not in physical memory. You should bring from secondary memory. Page table when some pages are not in main memory. Now see this logical memory. So pages are from A to Z, totally 8 pages. The page table indexes are 0 to 7. Page 0, page 1, page 2 up to page 7. Page 0 is the A, page 1 is B, like that. Now the page map table, it has the V means valid bits. Means page 0 is in frame 4. Similarly, page 2 is at frame 6. Page 2 means C. Page 5, F is at frame 9. Only 3 pages, page 0, page 2 and page 5 are in physical memory. Remaining pages are not in physical memory. Those are you get from the secondary memory. This is the page table when some pages are not in main memory. So steps in handling a page fault. Page fault means if the page is not in physical memory, that is nothing but page fault. So if you require the module M and that is not in physical memory, the page table indicates I. I means the page is not available in main memory. Then you go for the operating system. operating system brings the particular M module from secondary memory to the physical memory. That will be loaded in free frame and update the page table by using this frame number and restart the instruction. These are the steps to handle the page fault. What happens if there is no free frame? Page replacement. So there is no free frame, you have to replace the one existing page from the physical memory. So for that page replacement we use algorithm, and that algorithm must be the performance of that algorithm must be the high. That means what's an algorithm which will result in minimum number of page faults. The good algorithm means it gives the number of page faults are very less. That algorithm is the good algorithm. So if there is no free frame, you have to replace an existing page. For that replacement we use algorithm. That algorithm is also gives the minimum number of page faults. There are several algorithms for the page replacement algorithms. So these are the page replacement algorithms. There is first one is need for page replacement. I will explain the need for page replacement. Here this is the user 1, this is the user 2. H load M J M. Already M is previously that is loaded and this is modified. The copy of that M is here. The page 0, 1, 2, 3. Page 0 it has the H. Page 1 is load M. Page 2 is J. Page 3 is M. Here the V, 3 V's indicates page 0 is at frame 3. Page 0 means H is at frame 3. Page 1 means M, load M. It is at frame 4. This is the frame for load M. And third V means the page 2, that means J is at 5. J is at 5. This is I indicates the page 3 is not available in this one. Previous M that is not available here. This is the load M means this is the modified M. And for user 2, A, B, D, E, there are 3. Page 0 is at 6, frame 6. That means A is at frame 6. That is a valid. And these two are the valids. That means page 2 at frame 2. Page 2 means D is at frame 2. And page 3, that is the E, is at 7. E is at 7. This is the only one. B is invalid means B is not in physical memory. B is not in physical memory. Now just you find, you search any free frames here, the physical memory. First 2 frames are occupied by the monitor. This is the one software. This is not hardware. And second frame 2 is occupied by D. 3 is again occupied. 4, 5, 6, 7. There is no free frame. So where will you load the B into physical memory? So B is here secondary memory. You should bring the B from secondary memory to physical memory. There is no free frame. You have to replace any one of these. Replace any one of these. For that replacement we use several algorithms. We will discuss those algorithms. Basic page replacement. Find the location of the desired page on a disk. Find a free frame. Once the page, desired page is there on the disk, find a free frame in the main memory, physical memory. If the free frame is there, just simply you load it. If there is no free frame, you have to replace the existing page, that is the victim frame. You select the victim frame. After that, bring the desired page into the free frame, update the page and frame tables, restart the process. These are the basic page replacement steps. Page replacement. Here the victim page. So F must be V. Here the first you swap out this particular replacement. This is the victim page. You have to swap out this one from the physical memory to the secondary memory, and you bring the required page from secondary memory to this one and update the page map table with V, and invalid. The previous one is the invalid, so change to invalid. So this is about V and I. I means I indicates invalid, V indicates valid. Means F is in this particular physical memory, O is not in the physical memory. This is the page replacement. Page replacement algorithms wants the lowest page fault rate, that means number of page faults, divided by total number of references. That is nothing but page fault rate. Page fault rate is equal to number of page faults divided by number of page references. Here, evaluate algorithm by running out on a particular string of memory references. This is the references. Here, the reference string is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Means first it refers the page 1 and then it requires page 2, page 3, page 4, and again it requires page reference the page 1, next page 2, page 5, next again page 1, again page 2, page 3, page 4 and page 5. This is the order of page references called as reference string. This is the reference string. We use this reference string for all algorithms, all page replacement algorithms. Reference string is nothing but what are the pages we require in the order. So graph of page faults versus the number of frames. Number of frames, that means number of frames in the physical memory is increased. Page fault rate or the number of page faults will decrease. If the number of frames increased, page faults will decrease. This is the general thing. If the number of frames are decreased, page fault rate is increased. This is the number of frames are increased, page fault rate is decreased. This is the curve indicates the page faults versus the number of frames. First in, first out. This is the first page replacement algorithm. First in, first out is the simplest page replacement algorithm, and the criteria for this FIFO is replace a page. That page is the oldest of all the pages of main memory. Oldest page. Which page comes into the main memory first, you have to select that as a victim page. This is the criteria of first in, first out. Or otherwise, you replace the page that has been in memory for longest period of time. That has been in memory. Memory means physical memory in longest period of time. This is called FIFO criteria. Now I will explain the FIFO algorithm. One is the reference string. This is the reference string is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the reference string. I already explained. 1, 2, 3, 4 means it requires the page 1, then page 2, page 3, page 4 like that. And there are 3 frames are available. In physical memory, there are 3 frames are available. So first, all 3 frames are empty. We require the page 1. So bring the page 1 into the first frame. So page fault is there. Initially all 3 frames are empty. No page is in the physical memory. Whenever you see the first page, page number 1, that is not available in the available 3 pages. So first you bring the page 1 from the secondary memory to frame 1. And then you see the second page. The page 2 is also not available in the frames. Then you can, and you find the free frames. There are 2 free frames. First frame is occupied by the page 1. Remaining 2 frames are free. You load the page 2 in this one. So hence the physical memory, it contains the 2 pages, page 1 and page 2. There are 2 page faults. And third one is the 3. 3 is also not there in this 2 frames. And third frame is free. Now third page fault occurs, and in the third free frame, just you load the page number 3. So 1, 2, 3, first page in frame 1, page 2 in frame 2, page 3 in frame 3. So these are the 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 3 page faults here. Now you check the 4. Page number, we require the page 4, but page 4 is not here, and there is no free frame. You have to replace. So select the victim phase. According to this FIFO algorithm, select the victim phase. Here, which one first occurs into the main memory? 1. Select 1 as the victim. You have to replace the 1 with 4. Hence the reference frames, it contains the, in first frame, page number 4, in second frame, page number 2, and in third frame, page number 3. 4 page faults. And what is the next one? 1. 1 is not here. 1 is replaced with the 4. Hence there is no 1 of page 1. 4, 2, 3. 3 pages are there. 1 is not there. You have to again select the victim phase among these 3. So victim phase is first in. That is the 2. So you replace the page 2 and this one. Like that you continue this one. Total number of page faults are 9 page faults. Thank you. Thank you very much. I will explain in the next video.